Good morning from day 177. I've had a delightfully lazy morning. It's about 8:45 and just gonna slowly make my way to my meetup point for the wicked Wayside Hostel. I only have about 8 miles to hike, so I'm planning on doing some serious dawdling. I know there's a beaver pond coming up in a ways. So I'm, planning on spending some time there just observing things and just enjoying myself. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was up in the middle of the night. And then I woke up like with the birds at about 5 or 5:30, but then I dozed off. So, it was a very, very relaxing morning. And I'm all picked up, got my pack on, and ready to make my way. See you soon. These are white-breasted nuthatches that you're hearing. Or were hearing. There's this kind of island that the trail goes around, and I love how it has all of these little baby spruce trees growing here, and all of this moss. It's got some blackberry bushes, I think. It's just a beautiful little site, and some ferns. Looks like some trail work is going to be happening soon. Some new walkways. That's pretty cool. Also, seems like there are different people in charge of the trail this last mile or so, because there are infinitely more blazes than there had been before. Before, I hardly ever saw a blaze. Sometimes just to double check, I'd look on Far Out to make sure I was still on the trail. But now there are a lot of blazes. So just walking along, got a lot of that viburnum here. Just kind of dodging rocks and roots. Yeah, such a beautiful day. It's sunny, not too hot yet. I don't know what the forecast is. And there's a nice breeze. I'm wearing my head net over my bug net over my hair, because there's this big fly that really seems to be liking me and keeps like dive bombing into my hair. So I have thwarted it with my net. All right, well, more of this. More beautiful woods. I saw a bunch of sky off trail, and there was actually sort of a side trail, so I followed it and I came to this other beaver pond. And here's the Beaver Lodge. And there are even some waterfowl, some ducks, which are I think the first ducks I've seen. I'm not sure what kind they are, but they seem like females, maybe mallards. So I'm gonna hang out here a little bit, see what I can see. And here is another beaver pond. I just had a nice long break from my not so strenuous morning hike. Had some lunch, ran into a hiker who I met in New York and had hiked with a bit, and I have been wondering how he was doing, so that was really good to catch up with him. That's like the thing that I love so much about the trail is the running into people. So yeah, got some lunch, used the privy. The spring there was wonderful. It was so cold and clear. It was really great. Oops, sorry. And and there was service there for the first time in a while, so got to check some texts and call Nanny Bean until we got disconnected. So yeah, just hiking along. I'm gonna get picked up at 4 o'clock, and it's about 1:20. So I have like 3.6 miles or 3.7 miles to go. Basically, I have plenty of time. So that's nice. I don't have to feel rushed. And I'm looking forward to getting my laundry done and eating some different food. So yeah, there you have it. Until later. I think I forgot to mention that Vermont's nickname is Vermud. It is a very fitting name for sure. Let me see if I can get around this. Oof, it is nasty. All right, I know there'll be more. But in the meantime, I will enjoy some nice dry trail. It's still such a lovely, lovely day. Nice breeze, not too hot. Nanny Bean told me in New York it was 92 degrees. I am really glad I'm not hiking there. Quite glad. This is pretty cool. It's a birch tree, and there's like a huge patch of it coming off, like in one big piece. Don't know, I haven't seen big pieces like that coming off. Huh. All right. I am going to continue evading the mud. I just passed through another like marshy area and was talking and filming, but you know what I did? It was on photo instead. And I'm sorry, but I was not about to go back and do it all over again. So you missed a boggy area. Suffice it to say, there was a lot of water and boardwalk. Whew. More mud. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Enough with the mud. I will stop. Can you find what I'm looking at? I'll slowly zoom in. toad. Very well camouflaged, huh? Zoom out. Can hardly see it at all. All right, come upon a lovely stream. You can see the water is kind of dark. It's got tannins in it, I guess. And, oops, sorry, there are flies going after my legs. And it's got this nice bridge. Very sturdy bridge. Let's look down this way. Very picturesque. Looks like there's maybe a campsite there. Oh, in fact there is, because originally when I was doing my planning, if I was going to Nero into the hostel, I was thinking about camping here. Yeah, that would have done the trick. Very nice. Big pile of poop. There's my foot to show you. That has got to be mouse. I would hate to see that mouse. Moose. That has got to be moose. Boy, I would love to see one before I go. All right, this is the second one of these caterpillars that I found. I tried to look it up on my phone app and it said bug. So maybe somebody on YouTube knows what it is. So I'm at the sign where I'm going to be taken off tomorrow. I'm at Kelley Stand Road. I thought this was interesting because, well, I was just there yesterday and I didn't know that, you know, how the long trail came about. And that was the inspiration for Benton Mackay. Ouch. Sorry, bugs are getting me. To start the Appalachian Trail. Cool. Good evening from day 177. I am here at the Wicked Wayside Hostel. It is hiker midnight. I am pooped. The hostel has a lot to offer. Has pool table, ping pong table, rock'em sock'em robots to play with. Some of you from my generation will know what that is. So it's been a pretty nice place to be. I wish I had more time to hang out. I didn't get here until like 5 in the afternoon, so things have been kind of rushed. But I need to go to bed. So my highlight today, there are a couple of things. One was like walking through just the beauty of the Vermont woods and smelling like it smelled like a Christmas tree farm for so much of the day. That was wonderful. And then seeing that hiker who I hadn't seen in like a week or so, and I was so glad to run into him again, and this time exchange phone numbers so that we can stay in touch. And then my challenge, my character builder today, I think is just like being so tired and having to do all of this planning about going home with a shuttle and a bus and a hotel and blah blah blah. Just don't want to deal with all of that, but it's got to be done. So
that was my day. Gonna get up early tomorrow. I think I'm gonna take the 7 o'clock shuttle back to the trail, do 12 and a half miles hopefully. Going up and over Stratton Mountain. Looking forward to that. Yeah, so it is time for bed. Good night, everyone.